Hey, what is up you guys, Upixeled here, and welcome to a new speed build video here on the channel. Now today we are working on 2 rental homes in Del Sol Valley, and if you're getting a little bit of deja vu, it's because 2 weeks ago we also built 2 rental homes in Del Sol Valley. So yeah, I've done this basically twice. But it's because I kind of want to fill up this neighborhood in Del Sol Valley with a bunch of houses, and also the lots in this neighborhood are extremely huge. Like, you could literally easily fit multiple homes in some of these lots. So that's kind of what I've been doing. So like 2 weeks ago, I believe, we worked on the lot next door to this one, and we built 2 suburban homes there. And today we are working on this lot here, and we're building 2 rental homes here. I gotta be honest, I've been having a lot of fun working on these rental home lots, because, you know, I don't know, it's fun working on rental homes in one lot and, like, making them look different from one another, and, you know, coming up with, like, a story in your head of the person who might be living there, and, you know, furnishing the houses differently according to the person that might live there. As an example, the brown house that we are currently working on, you'll see when we go inside, but like the furnishing inside is very old. I decided to go for a very old look inside, and it's because I kind of imagine an older person living here, you know, like a granny or a grandfather living here. So a lot of the furniture on the inside is like very old. There's old wallpapers. There's just old. And then the house next door is a lot more modern because I feel like maybe a younger person lives here. Maybe they've, you know, renovated the place up a little bit. So I kind of wanted the houses to look a little bit different from one another. Maybe the brown house was built in 1970 or something like that, and maybe this house was built more recent. I don't know. I just wanted them to feel a little bit different from one another. Maybe one is more modern, maybe one is more older. That's kind of like the vibe that I was trying to go for, and I kind of hope that, you know, it worked. I kind of hope you guys get what I'm trying to say, and I hope it looks like what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I really had a lot of fun working on this. It took me a while. I'm not gonna lie. It took me a while, especially since the game kept crashing. Literally in the middle of working on this project, we got an update for the Crystal Creations stuff pack. That's a stuff pack, right? Yeah. We got an update before the Crystal Creations stuff pack released, and that update completely broke my game. It broke my game. I couldn't place down a pool. It doesn't let me place down a pool for some weird reason. A weird red rectangle pops up on my top right corner of the screen. I couldn't place down platforms either because then the entire game would crash. I would be stuck in the loading screen. It was a mess. Working on this project was a mess purely because of the update. So I'm not even kidding. You guys are currently watching this speed build, right? But the finished product might be a little bit different. Like, the version of this build you get off the gallery is going to be slightly different because there was one day where I recorded for like an hour and I did a lot within that hour. Then the game crashed. So everything I did in that footage basically got erased, so I had to go in and I did it all on my own time. I wasn't recording it. I just tried replicating everything that I did for that 1 hour that I lost. So, you know, this has been very frustrating. This has been a fun but frustrating project to work on, mainly because the game feels so broken, especially with the latest updates. So, you know, like I mentioned, what you're seeing here and what you get off the gallery might be slightly different because the game crashed so much that I lost some things, you know, I didn't get to save. But it's not totally different, just very slightly different. Also, I built this little alleyway besides the houses, and I kind of made it look a little bit run down with like holes in the ground and graffiti and like trash. And I love how that looks. I absolutely love how that little alleyway looks. I love it. I think it makes the build look a lot more realistic. I just love it. I love it so much. I think that was a really nice touch. Oh, something kind of interesting happened to me recently, which is exciting because that means I have something to talk about during this voiceover. So my friend texted me and told me to download Fortnite because she wanted to play Fortnite with me, right? And I have not played Fortnite in literal years. I have not played Fortnite since probably 2018. I just haven't played the game. I haven't really been interested in playing the game. So I just haven't played it since I was like 18 years old. So I downloaded Fortnite and I logged in and everything. And then I started noticing some weird things. My friend invited one of her friends to join our game session, and for some reason I couldn't hear her. I couldn't speak to her either. And I was so confused. I'm like, what's going on? Why can't I hear her? So I went into the in-game settings and it was like it said something about being underage. Like if you're under 10 years old, you can't talk to random people online unless they're your friends. And I was so confused because I'm like, what does this mean? Like, what? I was just very confused. I'm like, what is going on? So I logged into my Epic Games account on my computer, and apparently, I do not know how this happened. I'm so confused. I don't know how this happened. Apparently, my Epic Games account thought I was 9 years old. How did that happen? Why did that happen? I don't know. I literally don't know. But my account was set up to be an account of a 9 year old. So I couldn't talk to random people online, which is which is good, which is good. If you're underage, you should not be talking to random people online. But clearly I'm not 9 years old. I'm 23. So I had to email customer support and, ask them to fix it. And like they told me, oh, we'll get back to you. So I'm like, okay, they'll get back to me. They never did. So I had to open another customer support ticket thing, and they had to send me an email that I had to like click and verify my account. And then after I did that, they logged me out of all of my Epic account things, and I had to log back in. And then it asked me for my date of birth. I put it in, and then now my account says that I'm actually 23. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. I literally am so confused. Why would my Epic Games account be for a 9 year old? How did that even happen? Because I don't remember the game ever asking me to verify my age. And even if it did, I would not put that I'm 9 years old. So I'm just so freaking confused as to what happened. I have not played Fortnite since 2018. So I'm just so confused. Like, what happened? How did that happen? How did my game suddenly tell me I'm 9? Y'all, I don't know. I don't know. I was so confused. I'm like, what is going on? Why can't I speak to people? Why is it saying that I'm underaged? And then I check and it says I'm 9. That is so weird. And like, I maybe in 2018 when I first played Fortnite, it asked me for my age, but even if it asked me for my age all those years ago, I would never put that I'm underage because back in 2018 I was 18. So y'all, I don't know what happened. I legitimately don't know what happened. But the funny thing is, I was so incredibly worried that they wouldn't be able to do anything about it. I honestly thought they would tell me like, oh, you snooze, you lose. Your account says you're 9, so you're 9. But no, they were able to fix it pretty quickly, which is exciting. I'm so confused as to how that happened, and I was Googling a lot, and apparently I'm not the only person who, like, has had that issue where their account says that they're underaged, even though they're not. I don't know. I'm still very, very confused as to why my Epic Games account said I was 9. I don't know how that happened, because I literally don't remember ever being asked for my age, but even if I was asked my age, I would have put the correct age. Y'all, I don't know what happened. I'm confused. Has this happened to you or someone you know? It was confusing. It was very confusing. So thankfully now I could actually play Fortnite, which is something I never thought I would ever say because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have never really been interested in Fortnite, like, at all. But I played for like 6 hours yesterday with my friends, and I had a blast. I'm gonna be honest, I had a blast. It was fun. It was fun. So I think I'm turning into a Fortnite kid. That is That is an issue. That's an issue. I think I'm turning into a Fortnite kid. But I had fun. I honestly had fun. So, you know, I'm gonna continue playing Fortnite. I literally never thought I would utter those words. I never thought I would say that out loud. But yeah, you know, I had fun, so obviously I'm gonna continue playing the game. Um, I don't think I'm ever gonna upload Fortnite videos to this channel, but I do have a second channel where I do play multiplayer games. It's called Upixeled Online. So if you guys are interested in potentially seeing Fortnite videos or Call of Duty videos or pretty much any multiplayer games that I play with my friends, you should definitely check out Upixeled Online. I don't think I've ever plugged that channel here on the main channel. I don't think I've even mentioned it. Actually, I think I did in the community tab, but that's pretty much it. So yeah, this channel right here, the one you're watching, is mainly Sims videos and single player games, and then Upixeled Online is obviously multiplayer games that I play with friends. I haven't recorded a Fortnite video yet because, you know, I just started playing last night and I was trying to get my bearings because, you know, obviously I had the whole issue with the game thinking I'm 9, and then I didn't know how to play the game at all. So, you know, I'm learning. I'm learning, so that's good. Anyways, we are working on the second house now, and I kind of wanted this house to feel a little bit more, what's the word, like, bougie? Is that the correct word? I don't know. There's a lot of gold, a lot of black. It's very nice and clean here. When working on this house, I had a very specific sim in mind. The sim that's going to be living here, her name is Vanessa Jeong? Jeong? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. She is the Sims 4 townie that came in with Get Famous, and a couple of months ago I gave her a townie makeover, and she's a little bit more, you know, gothy chic, kind of. You know, that's kind of like the vibe that I was trying to go for. So that's kind of like the vibe that I was also trying to go for in the house. So there's a lot of blacks, but there's also a lot of golds, a lot of whites. I just wanted this to feel kind of like that, maybe gothy chic. I don't know if that's a thing, but I kind of wanted to incorporate both of those vibes together. So there's a lot of blacks. So I really, really like how this turned out. Now, there is a second bedroom in this house, and I didn't want it to be empty. So, since the reason I'm doing this entire project of building multiple houses on this street in The Sims 4 is because soon I'm going to be starting a Sims 4 Get Famous Let's Play, and my sim is going to be living in one of these houses. So for story purposes, I didn't want Vanessa here to have an empty room in her house, just in case we ever go visit her. So the room next to Vanessa's room, I made it look like a musical guy. You know, I wanted to look like, basically, why am I struggling trying to describe this? Basically, I went into Create a Sim. I gave Vanessa a brother. He's into music and he's into fitness. So the room next to Vanessa's bedroom is her brother's room, and it's very blue in there. Like, I painted the walls blue. I added a whole bunch of musical instruments, and I also added some fitness stuff in the garage. So her brother lives with her. And so this is Vanessa's house, but her brother's living with her. So she basically, in my mind, she basically told her brother, hey, you could do whatever you want to your bedroom and to the garage, but don't touch the rest of the house. So that's why the entire house is very bougie, very cute looking. And then her brother's room is a little bit more messy and a little bit, you know, it looks out of place. But that was very purposeful. I kind of wanted his room to feel very unique compared to the rest of the house, because obviously her brother isn't going to have the same design tastes as she does. So I wanted his room to look a lot different than the rest of the house. So his room is a little bit out of place, but that was very, very purposeful. I haven't come up with a whole backstory for them yet because I feel like maybe it's not super important, because we're not going to be playing with these townies. We're going to be playing with our own sim, but I kind of wanted to give these townies a little bit of a backstory. So, you know, maybe this is Vanessa's house, so obviously the entire house is furnished to her liking. and maybe her brother needed a place to stay. So she said, hey, you could have the spare bedroom. You could paint it however you want. You could do whatever you want in there. You could also take the garage if you want, but leave the rest of the house as is because I've worked hard for this. So that's kind of like the vibe that I was trying to go for. And I really, really like how it looks in here. I really, really like how it looks in here because his room is a little bit more messy. It has a little bit more clutter. And then you go to Vanessa's room and it's more clean and more chic. And, you know, there's makeup and stuff here and there, but it's not messy at all. I feel like Vanessa is one of those people that has to have everything be squeaky clean. Honestly, she probably has a heart attack every single time she, you know, knocks on her brother's door and he opens his bedroom door and she sees the mess he has in there. She probably dies a little bit inside. So that's kind of like the vibe that I was trying to go for. And, yeah, I really, really like how this house turned out. But yeah, I think you could see here now that I'm changing a couple of things, and it's not that I actually wanted to change a couple of things, it's because the game crashed and I lost some things that I placed down, so I had to redo everything. It was a pain in the ass, but you know what? At least the project got done. Anyways, here we are at the screenshots. Obviously, we are going to start with the brown house that I kind of picture has been here for a while. Maybe it was built in 1930 or something like that. I don't know. I just wanted this house to have a little bit of an older vibe to it, and I really, really like it. I love the little TV by the fireplace. I think it's so cute. I absolutely love how this house turned out. I would imagine that an old librarian lives here. Maybe her name is Gladys or something like that. Maybe her husband died a few years ago or something like that. I also decided to give her a beautiful, beautiful backyard. You could definitely tell that she's been working at it for quite some time. And then we move on to the house next door, which is a lot more modern, a lot more glam, and that's kind of like the vibe that I was trying to go for. I wanted this house to be very glamorous, very chic, very clean, so there's not a lot of clutter everywhere. That's kind of like the vibe that I was trying to go for. Also, I apologize if you guys hear kids screaming in the background. In the middle of this voiceover, my nephews decided to come over, and they're yelling and playing in the living room. So if you guys hear that, I'm so sorry. Luckily, this voiceover is almost done, so we don't have to deal with that. Oh my god, they're yelling. They're yelling. Anyways, I really, really hope you guys have enjoyed this speed build, because I honestly had a blast working on this. Actually, you know what? I had fun, but I honestly was kind of annoyed with all the game crashes and everything. But other than that, you know, this was really, really fun to work on. But yeah, I'm going to leave this video off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye, everybody.